Hello everybody, Charges here, and welcome back to the Europe Park here in OpenRCT2. This is the collaboration series with SimFox, Henk, and Etzeren. As usual, I'll put the channel links to their channels in the description below, as well as the playlist to this series in case you need to look at previous episodes. Here we are in part 27, I believe. I think SimFox was the previous person to work on it. He did part 26, and again, I'll put the playlist in the description below so you can watch them all in order and stuff. I think this series only will have one more episode after this episode, maybe two more. So either SimFox will wrap it up or I will wrap it up. We'll see, depending on how much SimFox does. So first things first, as you can see right now, I'm making a I'm just kind of putting our signatures, I guess you could say. I don't know what you would call it. Just kind of like who the park is by, and I kind of wrote it with those quarter tile flower pieces, and I wrote the names in order of who started the episode. So Henk was the first one. He did part 0. I don't know if he said part 0 or part 1. But he started off the series, and then it was off to Etzeren, and then SimFox, and then me. So I just kind of did that, and I used blue and yellow because that is the color of the Europe flag. I just kind of wanted to make sure I get a little bit of symbolism in there. So I just kind of put our signatures in the top left there, just kind of because it's our park. I'm not sure why. I'm kind of weird. I like to do some weird and unique things in OpenRCT, so why not? And then I go back to that later and kind of put shrubs and trees around it so it looks a little bit more pretty. So right now I am working on a Sweden section because we haven't even touched any of the Nordic countries yet. I did get a comment the other day that we should add more Nordic countries because we haven't added any. So I'm doing Sweden, and I didn't build a coaster in this episode, so it's a very short episode today, only like 6.5 minutes. But I made PewDiePie the ride because PewDiePie is from Sweden, and I guess there's a little bit of symbolism there. So I just called the ride PewDiePie the ride, and then I made it into a spooky theme because I don't watch PewDiePie, but I know his very early videos. He played a lot of scary games. I know, like, for the first couple years at least, he played a lot of scary games like Amnesia and stuff like that. You know, I used to watch a few of his older videos, but I don't really watch them anymore. But and I didn't really do any Swedish architecture because I don't really know anything about Swedish architecture. So I kind of symbolized with PewDiePie being from Sweden. So I just kind of made a scary ride, and we didn't have any scary rides in the park, so I thought it would be kind of a perfect idea to make the Sweden area into a scary-ish place. And it's been a while since I've done anything OpenRCT. It was before first semester, so it's kind of weird coming back into this game. I was a little weak with my scenery skills. I just kind of forgot how to play because it's been like 3 or 4 months. And I've been doing a lot of the RCT Let's Plays where I don't really do much scenery, so it's kind of weird going back into working with scenery after not working on it in a long time. So I just built a Haunted Mansion ride, and I use a lot of those stone walls because that's kind of a spooky wall. That's the spookiest wall that we had available. And I just kind of used a bunch of random scenery. That's kind of my thing. I just like to use a bunch of random pieces that don't really look well together, and I just see what happens. So I do that, and I kind of chuck in some gravestones and whatnot, and then I surround it up with some spooky trees later in the video. And yeah, and then I kind of did some terraforming on the other side of the path there. I think that kind of rocky texture is one of the spookiest textures available in the game. Kind of like that rocky one, and then I kind of blended it in with the dirt and the dirty grass, or whatever you call it. I'm not sure if there's a name for it, I forget. But I just kind of did some random terraforming there and stuff, so yeah, I'm very random with this building. It's not really neat and organized. It's really messy. That's kind of my style. I do have like just a random style in this game in general. Anyways, I'm kind of running out of things to talk about. So this is episode 27, and then SimFox, I think he'll work on another Nordic country, and I think I left room in between where I put my signatures and this haunted house ride. So I think it's a perfect amount of room for whatever he wants to build. If he wants to do another coaster, if he wants to do another water ride, or whatever he wants to do, it's really he can do whatever he wants. And there's like a few countries to choose from, so he can do that or whatever. So yeah. And then after that, he might be able to finish the park. If not, I'll do like a finishing touches episode. I usually do, depending if it's a collaboration or not, one of us will always do like a finishing touches episode just to make sure everything is good. You know, like, is there park benches everywhere? Sometimes I forget to place, you know, benches and garbage cans in places. Sometimes I forget food courts. I kind of forgot about that, actually. I just kind of thought about it now. Could probably use another food court towards the area that I just built at. And then you can kind of see back, I'm here, I'm spamming a bunch of shrubs in between the signatures. I did originally put bushes in between those flowers, but it was really hard to read what it said. So it says Henk Kraaij, I think is pronounced, Etzeren, SimFox, and then Charles. And then I just kind of surrounded it with trees, and I don't want to make sure I cover up the flowers with trees and stuff like that. So and yeah, we're going to be wrapping up this episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I know it's been a while since I uploaded a time-lapse video, so it's kind of weird. And yeah, so thanks for stopping by. Comment any last-minute suggestions, and I will see you all next time.